Okay, continuing on with something new. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is just a review. We're using Pythagorean theorem, same as yesterday. So like number 3, if you're using from the 90 degree, a square plus b square, you should set it equal to c square, which happens to be x squared. So you're going to be we're going to be squaring first, and then you add. And as I told you, instead of writing down, well, in this case, you have to write down 22. And then you get rid of the square by square rooting. And once again, we don't need a negative. We don't need a plus or minus sign. And you cannot simplify square root of 22, so you're done. Okay, but on number 5, same thing. So from the 90 degree, a, which is x squared, plus b, 7 squared, equals across from the 90 degrees, c squared. And don't forget the parentheses, because when you square this, 7 gets the square, and also square root of 2 gets the square. So it becomes 49. Let me pull this up. So this will become 49 times 2. Yeah, you can multiply, but leave it for a minute. Yeah, I should multiply. Okay. And then you still have x squared plus 49. So when you multiply this out, you get 98. Running out of space. But when you subtract 49, 98 minus 49 again is 49. So when you square root both sides, you get x is equal to 7. So you notice the pattern. The legs, when the legs are the same, and they have the same number, then the hypotenuse is always the same number, again 7, but with the square root of 2 added. So that's the pattern that we're going to be using. So it says legs are equal. And that happens when you have a 45 degrees. When the degrees are the same, 45 degrees is equal to 45 degrees, then legs are going to be equal. And then hypotenuse is going to be the same number, the leg, times square root of 2. That's the pattern. So for example, number 7, see, this is 45 degrees, which makes this into a 45 degree also. If you have 45, 90, has to be 45, nothing else. So that makes these two legs the same. So legs are the same. So n equals 4. You're done. You don't need to do Pythagorean theorem. And then the hypotenuse is leg times square root of 2. So hypotenuse is m, the longest one. It looks long. And the leg is 4, so it's 4 square root of 2. We don't need to do 4 squared plus 4 squared equals m squared and then solve for it. We already know it's going to be same number 4, but times by square root of 2. Okay, not times by 2, not twice as long. It's about 1.4 times as long. Okay, so same thing on number 9 and 10. And number 11, what if you already have a square root? It doesn't matter. So legs, what are the legs from the 90 degrees? These are the legs. So leg n equals leg square root 2. No simplifying needed. But however, the hypotenuse, which is m, is the leg. Leg is, well, there's 2 of them, but pick the one with the number, times square root of 2. This is a leg. This is square root of 2. Happen to be same numbers, but leg is leg times square root of 2. And that's m is your hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is square root of 2 times square root of 2, which is square root of 4. Don't leave it as square root of 4. You could simplify. That's 2. If you can simplify, you must simplify. Same thing's going to happen on number 13. You will be able to simplify. Okay, maybe I should do it. Okay, so legs are equal. So y is equal to 3 square root of 2. Done. Nothing to multiply. Hypotenuse, which is that one. So hypotenuse is leg times what? Not 2 square root of 2. That's the leg, and that's times square root of 2. So if you look at that, you could simplify this. So these two guys can be multiplied together. So 3 square root of 4. Square root of 4, 4 comes out, becomes 2. And 3 times 2 is 6. You need to write all that. Well, you could skip steps, but now something different. Number 15. Legs are both letters. V equals U, that's not going to help. So what are we going to do? Well, we need to use the hypotenuse is leg times square root of 2. What is hypotenuse? 4 square root of 2. And what's one of the leg? Well, pick one. There's V and U. Well, I'm just going to pick V. So this time it's dividing, not multiplying. You cannot do letter V times the number. So it's V stays. We're going to divide by square root of 2. And lucky you could cancel out square root of 2. V equals 4. Which makes sense because this is 4, and 4 square root of 2. Okay, so if V is 4, then U is also 4. So since you already have square root of 2 in the hypotenuse, it's easy. But later on, you will not have that. It will be like square root of 18, and you need to simplify that, and that will take some time. Okay, but for this one, is try to make it as simple as possible so I don't scare you. So just remember, sometimes you multiply like this. Number 13, you multiply. But in number 15, you end up dividing. Why is that? Because you're given the hypotenuse, the biggest side. If you multiply the biggest side by another square root of 2, you're going to get even bigger. Leg cannot be bigger than the hypotenuse, so you end up dividing. But if you use the fact that hypotenuse is leg times square root of 2, you'll see that, oh, well, I need to solve for the x or the v. Well, I need to divide this multiplication so I could get the v by itself. So hopefully you'll use some math skill and you'll be able to do these. Have fun.